When I was 13 years old, my friend came over and he asked me what I was cooking inside of my oven. I said, my brother, I am making peanut butter cookies. He said, word? He was obviously under some intoxicant of some sort, and he said, yeah, I'll take a peanut butter cookie. I said, okay, that's amazing. And then I proceeded to give him a peanut butter cookie. He englazed himself in it. He said, man, this is amazing. And he went to bed. 3 hours passed, and he didn't move. Not at all. I was really confused. I didn't know what was going on. A little bit perplexed. I was playing a video game on my PS2 in the living room. I said, hey, man, you good? He had passed away. Whoa, crazy. Yeah, hate to see it. I had lost one of my close friends over a peanut butter cookie. I was mentally destroyed. You hate to see it. At 13 years old, I had witnessed my friend pass away because of a peanut butter cookie. And in his pocket, upon the ambulance getting there and him being passed away for over 2 hours and him voiding his bowels and things of that variety, he had an EpiPen in his pocket. I don't even know how. I'm not gonna lie to you, despite the fact that he's been dead for 14 years at this point. That was the funniest thing out of context. I think that's happened in quite some time. That was hilarious. Horrible. Evil. His funeral, quite a sad passing. And I had to tell everybody that he passed away because he ate a cookie. And they said, a cookie took that man's life. We should sue that company. And I said, I don't think that's fair to sue the company. He had a peanut allergy that he didn't tell me about ever. It never came up in conversation. Peanut allergies are really serious. They can clog up your throat and they can mess you up. I didn't know that. No one told me this. And that is when I discovered the true severity of peanut allergies. This is also akin to shellfish allergies. I cannot eat shellfish, which is horrible for me considering that my dad is Barbadian and he is Creole. St. Lucia Islands, I believe, somewhere around there is where some of my family resides in New Orleans. Crawfish broils are in my blood. And sadly, I cannot eat any shellfish, which is kind of cool because it makes me respect lobsters and crabs. It really does. But I can't eat them. However, among allergies, there's one allergy that really doesn't matter at all, and that's lactose intolerance. Milk. I am lactose intolerant, but I love cereal, so you'll see me eating some Fruit Loops. You'll see me eating some Honey Nut Cheerios. You'll see me eating some Cocoa Palibles. You'll see me eating some Trix. All dessert foods immediately in the morning, getting me a sugar high to get through the entirety of the day, tricking my body into thinking that caffeine is essential to my core being and value. That is how I operate as a person. However, when I drink the milk after engorging myself in this dessert for breakfast, my bowels have a rumbly that hands could not satisfy. It is truly a horrifying adventure. I waddle to the bathroom and I unleash a Gregorian grunt over the porcelain toilet, going into the sewage, fumigating and exiting my bowels in the comfort of my own home, or sometimes in a McDonald's or a Walmart, depending on if I'm taking the toilet paper or not, or if I trust it not to have needles granted around the edge of the toilet. That is what it's like. That is the horrifying reality of lactose intolerance. It is the only allergy where I can think of where people don't take it seriously at all. You take gluten allergy seriously. We take that very serious. Fibromyalgia, I'm not sure what that is, but I know people with fibromyalgia, and a lot of them have gluten allergies. I just assume they go hand in hand. I could be wrong about that. I'm not looking that up. I refuse to research. I choose to be ignorant. Some people have an allergy to beer. Yeast, specifically. My wife is allergic to yeast and beer, specifically that. That is a horrifying reality that she has to go through. I can't drink alcohol, period. I'm literally allergic to alcohol. It would make me break out in hives and it would swell my chest. It messes me up deeply. A lot of people don't know that. I've never drank in my entire life. These are things in which I just think are allergies. Allergens, one might say. However, the only allergy I can think of where people take it so lightly, where they say, oh, I'm kind of lactose intolerant. Do people kind of have a peanut allergy? Is that a real thing? I've never met anybody with kind of a peanut allergy. If I ate shellfish, my life could be forfeit. I had ceviche one time. I didn't know what was in ceviche. I got some chips and some ceviche. And I said, oh, crackers and ceviche. I'm sorry, saltines and ceviche. And I proceeded to eat it. And I said, wow, this... And I couldn't breathe. I was in shambles. I was torturing myself. But I wanted to look cool at the party, so I had to eat the ceviche, and then I threw it all up, and I had to use my EpiPen, and it was horrible. I didn't like it. Didn't feel good. I have never met anybody with lactose intolerance who has told me, if I drink this milk, it is the end of my existence. I forfeit. Good day. I am no longer going to be here. I'll be high-fiving Jesus to Marcus Christ, and I'll be saying hello to Yahweh, or maybe I'll be saying to the Leviathan, Hallel, Lucifer, or maybe Baal-zebub, something of that variety. That is a conversation I've never had, ever. Usually they say, oh, I'm on the toilet for a little bit, then I'm good. Eat a banana, we going to the club, we're fine. I am so confused. What is lactose intolerance? Are people lactose tolerant? Well, I imagine that's probably most people. But every time I encounter somebody, they always have the same debilitation. Specifically, if they're in America, they say, oh, I'm lactose intolerant. Okay. What does that mean in the real world? Is that going to be applied on a business application? Is this going to be on the test on Wednesday? Why do I care about this information? Who cares? Lactose intolerance is the only, and I mean the only one, where people will drink the milk and say to themselves, I'm fine, don't worry about that. Someone with a peanut allergy, a peanut, that's the end of their life. I've witnessed that in the beginning of this whole video. You guys know about that tale that was tragic. It ruined my entire day. Maybe even my week, one might say. Could have ruined my month and my year, but I had a bunch of other stuff going on too. I lost a lot of lives that year. Life is tragic when you grow up in Detroit, Michigan. You hate to see it. Man, I can't really think of anyone that is lactose intolerant that even cares about it. It's a strange debilitation. It's as if you are slightly disabled somehow. You don't really get a disability check for lactose intolerant either, do you? People keep telling me, oh, I shouldn't drink regular milk. That's like cow's milk. Yeah, it's good. But we got oat milk and silk milk, and no, that's I'm not going to drink that. I'm not going to do that. It's unnatural to drink cow's milk. It sure is, but it tastes good. You shouldn't do that because it harms the cow. I think the cow is harmed when it turned into a burger. The cow is harmed when it turned into actual beef. Harming cows is second nature to me. It is intrinsic to my human condition. I say this adamantly and disrespectfully. I love cows. They look cool. However, they fart and produce methane, and they are delicious. They have the cardinal sin of being delicious, much like chicken. Chicken has the cardinal sin of being just downright tasty. I mean this in my whole soul and chest. I don't mean to love chicken. I don't mean to enjoy it, but man, is it so good. And I'm not gonna fight tooth and nail to stop drinking milk. If you want to drink milk, do it. But don't lie to me and say, well, I'm lactose intolerant. If it makes your stomach upset and gives you the rumblies, is that lactose intolerant at that point? Is that a real allergy? Are you just making this up? Your body's not used to milk because you haven't drank it in quite some time, and your body was naturally going to have milk when you were younger, because when you were younger, you relied on milk for your growth and development, and now later in life, you have milk going through your body, and your body's not used to it, so it makes your stomach upset because of specific dairy content. You still eat cheese, you still eat yogurt, and then there are people with really severe lactose intolerant where they literally get diarrhea if they eat yogurt. I don't know if you can claim lactose intolerance if it just makes your stomach slightly upset. If you are not hurling over on the toilet after looking at a cow for 2 seconds, I don't want you to claim lactose intolerance. I want you to think about milk and say, wait a minute, he's good. My stomach is destroyed. I can't fight this demon. It's destroying me. I can't do this anymore. Help! That's what I want from you. I want you to lose your life like my friend lost his to that peanut butter cookie. That's what I want if you're lactose intolerant. I don't want you to just have upset rumblies for like 20 minutes. I need you to go through hell in handfire. I need you to go through hell in a handbasket. I need you to go through nirvana. I need you to reach limbo and achieve enlightenment on the toilet as you're gripping your ankles, praying it exits out of your posterior through your chocolate starfish. That's what I want if you're lactose intolerant. If you're not lactose intolerant, you're just saying like you're lactose intolerant just because it makes your stomach slightly upset, then by all means, do that. Now, if I'm being ignorant this whole video and it actually is a more nuanced allergy, like some allergies are nuanced, then by all means, I don't care. Don't even educate me. I just don't care. If you made it this far in the video, you've already typed your comment, just know that if people are going to correct you that have watched the full video, I don't care. Anyways, I'm going to make some cereal and put so much milk in it that it's going to make my booty hole pucker. Bye.